Pakistan's arbitrarily detained former Prime Minister had an informal chat with representatives of media in the presence of his family and legal team in Adiala jail on Saturday. Mr. Khan said that if the government does not take his demands about freeing under trial political prisoners and setting up a judicial inquiry into the events of May 9th last year, along with the Islamabad massacre of November 26th, seriously, then the first phase of PTI civil disobedience movement will begin with a boycott of foreign currency remittances. Imran Khan has asked for proof of life and well-being of PTI supporters who have been missing since the Islamabad massacre. He pointed out that those arrested after the protests are being kept in atrocious conditions and instructed the legal teams to do everything possible to help them. Addressing the sentencing by military court of civilians being held in connection with the May 9th false flag, Imran Khan stated that it would be better to officially announce that the country is under martial law rather than continuing with this farce of a democracy. Speaking to the media, Mr. Khan's sister delivered his message stating that Imran Khan's movement is for justice. He asks that the nation must not be hopeless and that, quote, "It is our collective responsibility to fight this system of oppression," unquote. Imran Khan remains resolute and unshakable even after 506 days in solitary confinement. In violation of international law and Pakistan's constitution, colonels and majors acting as judges have sentenced civilians it tried in military courts. These civilians were held for over a year in harsh conditions, with many tortured into giving false confessions. The sentencing of 25 civilians for 2 to 10 years of rigorous imprisonment through court-martial is contrary to Article 14 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which Pakistan has ratified. The Attorney General had given statement to the Supreme Court at the beginning of the year that no civilians will be sentenced more than 3 years. Amnesty International has slammed the ruling, calling it, quote, "an intimidation tactic designed to crack down on dissent," unquote. Saturday's ruling came days after Imran Khan was indicted by a kangaroo anti-terrorism court on charges of inciting attacks against the military. Yet another security and intelligence failure of Pakistan's forces has led to one of the biggest attacks in months. State media reported that the military's public relations department had confirmed 16 Pakistani soldiers being killed, while 8 others were injured in an armed attack in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. According to reports, the attack took place on a security post in the Makeen area of South Waziristan. 8 of the attackers are also reported to have been killed. The Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has claimed responsibility. At least 5 people, including a 9-year-old child, were killed and more than 200 others were injured after a car rammed into a crowded Christmas market in the city of Magdeburg in central Germany. Officials described the incident as an intentional attack and announced that the driver had been taken into custody at the scene. Authorities investigated a Saudi doctor with a history of anti-Islam rhetoric as the main suspect. The German Interior Minister said the suspect's Islamophobia was clear to see, but she declined to comment on the motive. Reuters reported a Saudi source stating that Saudi Arabia had warned German authorities about the suspect after he posted extremist views on his X account that threatened peace and security. Police haven't publicly named the suspect, but several German news outlets identified him as Talib A and reported that he was a specialist in psychiatry and psychotherapy.